ओ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरिओम अंडी। हार्टी वेलकम टू आवर सत्संग, स्मॉल भजन of Bhagavan. सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, प्रेम भक्ति से भजन सुनाओ। सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, प्रेम भक्ति से भजन सुनाओ। श्याम प्रभु के शरण में आओ, श्याम प्रभु की शरण में आओ। मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ, मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ। जीवन नैया पार कराओ, जीवन नैया पार कराओ। सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ, सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ। श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय। Swamiji, Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitardhaya Tattvabodho Vidhiyate. This is the invocation of our text, Tattvabodha. So in this text, first portion we already covered. Qualifications of the student. In traditional language, we call it as Adhikari Lakshan. Adhikari means the student. Qualifications of the student, Bhagavan already beautifully enumerated. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shataka, Sampatti, and Mumukshutvam. Then he said, if some Adhikari is there, I am going to teach about the truth. Tattva Vivekam Vakshyamaha. I will teach how to do the inquiry into the truth. Then Guru he himself starting with a question and answer. So the question is, this is in page number 28. The question is, Atma Kaha? Hey Guru, what is Atma? Or what is self? This is the question. Now Guru is answering. My dear student, in this answer, there are 4 columns, A, B, C, D. So the A is Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. This Atma is other than gross, subtle and causal bodies. Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. Other than these 3 bodies, whatever is there, that is Atma. This is A. And B, Panchakosha Atitaha. This is beyond. Atitaha means beyond 5 sheets of our personality. Panchakosha. Kosha means a sheath. Pancha means 5. Panchakosha Atita. Whatever remains after these 5 layers in our personality only, not anywhere. What remains after all these 5 layers of our personality, that is Atma. This is second one. Third one, Avastatraya Sakshi. Dear students, C is, this Atma is Sakshi. Sakshi means witness. Swamiji, witness of whom? Avastatraya. 3 states of our experiences. A, B, C, ho gaya. And the last one is, dear student, listen carefully. The nature of this Atma is Satchidananda Swarupaha. Swarupamu means nature. My Rupam. Swa plus Rupaha is equal to Swarupaha. Swarupaha means its own nature is Sat plus Chit plus Ananda. This is called Atma. A, B, C and D. In our tradition, to indicate anything, we use this method. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he only introduced this one. This is called negation and assertion law. Negation and assertion law means, for example, we want to locate something. Then generally what we do, whatever which is not this, we remove all the other parts. This is called negation method. This is called neti neti. Neti neti means this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. Finally, whatever the leftover material, that is our located target. Negation method. Second is called assertion method. Assertion method means we point out straightly what it is. That is called assertion. If you see the definition, A, B, C are the negation mode of definitions. What is not Atma, he is saying. Whereas the D is assertion. What is the perfect figure of this Atma? What is the perfect location of this Atma? Okay, Swamiji. Swamiji, you said A is Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. The self is other than gross, subtle, and causal bodies. Swamiji, we are very, very fresh to your class. You are saying, I have 3 bodies. Swamiji, I never seen. As per my knowledge, I have only 1 body, that also this body only, Swamiji. But now you are indicating I have 3 bodies. One name is called Stula, gross, other name is called Sukshma, subtle, and the third one is called causal, Karana Shariram. What are these bodies, Swamiji? Bhagavan says, what do you mean by gross body? What do you mean by Stula Shariram? The definition is, Stula Shariram is the body which can be perceived by the sense organs. This is the definition he gives. That means we can see it. That's why it is called Stula. Stula means we can see it, we can feel it, which can be perceived by the sense organs. That is called Stula Shariram. And one more qualification is there for Stula Shariram, that is, this physical body is nourished by food and sustained by food. That's why we eat every day. If you don't eat, then this body will go under sickness. It is sustained by food and nourished by food. These are the limited definitions for this gross body. Do you have or not? Then the student says, yes, Swamiji, I have, because I am seeing my body. Not only that, my student, you can see your gross body, at the same time you can see others' gross body also. Gross body we can see. Then Swamiji, what is the Sukshma Sarira? You said subtle body. Exactly opposite, which cannot be perceived by the sense organs, that is called subtle body, Sukshma Sarira. We cannot see others. For example, you cannot see what is my emotion through your eyes or ears or nose or tongue or skin. Aina? Subtlety means which cannot be perceived by sense organs. That is the measure of subtlety in Vedanta. Whenever Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya uses subtlety means it cannot be perceived, it cannot be observed by our sense organs. That's why what is there in your mind, I don't know. What is there in mind also, you don't know. Whenever it comes into expression, gross state, then only we can know whether I am hungry or whether I am angry. If this hungry and angry both are, if they are inside, you don't know what is there in my personality. My dear student, that is one body of you. This is in the form of subtleness. That's why it is called subtle body. You have it. And third one is, its name is Karana Shariram. Karana Shariram means this is the cause for above two. Depending on its structure, other two will work. In Gurudev's language, Karana Shariram is nothing but abode of our vasanas. There is one word called in Vedanta that is called vasana. Generally, vasana means smell. But we cannot see smell, but we can experience smell. If we experience that smell, then I can say this is jasmine vasana. This is rose vasana. In the same way, we have some vasanas in our personality. Actually, if we want to speak, whatever my vasanas, I am that person. I am that personality. If I have some vasana, like, hard working vasana, then I am a hard worker. If I have a meditation vasana, I am a meditator. If I have a vasana of something else, then I am that personality. These vasanas are in the form of unmanifested state. Even mind doesn't know what all the vasanas I have. That's why, if, for example, there is one big multi-complex, different people come. Depending upon their own vasanas, they will enter into different kinds of shops. है कि नहीं? एक अम्मा आई तो अम्मा will go to shari shop. This man, he will not go. He will go to some other shop. The child will go to some other shop. This amma is not interested in toys. This gentleman is not interested in toys. But this boy's life is concentrated on toys only, because his vasana is toy vasana. Her vasana is sari vasana. His vasana is toy vasana. So whatever our unmanifested personality, that only we do it. That's why we say different personalities, different people, different way they approach, different way they live. This whole structure is because of this Karana Sharir. That's why its name is Karana, cause, causal body. Gurudev used to joke, it is causal body, not casual body. He used to pause that time. Number 1, Gurudev, grass body. Number 2, subtle body. Number 3, he used to stop. Few people, they used to say causal body. Few people, they used to say casual body. Then he used to, it is not casual body, it is a causal body. Karanam for the above 2. Bhagavan is saying, you are other than these 3. Swami, this is the actual Vedantic knowledge. We know whatever my gross body, we know I am the subtle, whatever I have in my subtle structure. We may know whatever there in my causal structure. But Bhagavan is saying, Arey beta, this is all not you. You are other than this. How can you say, Swamiji, I am other than all these 3? Because you know you are the governor, you are the boss of these 3 bodies. Hai ki nahi? This gross body is your vehicle. You command it, it run. You command it, it sleeps. You command it, it go to office. Otherwise, it will stay. Whatever your command, it works. Mind also same. If you want to change the thought, you can change. We have the right. You are the adhikari. These 3 are savakas. This is one principle, one logic. Other logic is, you know all these 3. You know about your gross body. You know your mind. You know your vasanas. That means you are different from these 3. That if you are different only, you can know anything. Because I am away from my computer. That's why I can know how my computer is working, what it is doing, what can I operate, how can I operate with it. I am different. And he will explain very deeply. This is 1. B is Panchakosha Atitaha. This Atma, your own nature, my child, you are beyond 5 sheets of your personality. Swamiji, you already told 3 bodies, again 5 sheets. Do I have? Bhagavan is saying, Gurudev example is generally in Western world, in olden his time, they used to wear 5 sheets. One is called long coat, and then vest coat, and then white shirt, and then tie, and then banyan. They cannot understand what is the sheet and all these things. Then, yeah. 5 coverings I have, Swamiji. 5 aina, In the same way, in your own, on your own nature also, there are 5 coverings, my beta. Then they will connect. Swamiji, what are those 5 coverings? Waistcoat, long coat, tie, white shirt, and banyan. And he used to say, the first one is called Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means which is completely depending on Annam. Annam means food. Annamaya Kosha, do you have or not? Yes, Swamiji, I have Swamiji. Annamaya Kosha. Second one is called Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya means your physiological activities. You are breathing or not? Yes. Digestion? Yes. Blood circulation? Yes. Heart pumping? Yes. This is all because of this pranic energy. That layer is called Pranamaya Kosha. Number 2. Yes, Swamiji. Third one is called Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha means emotional personality. Do you have emotions or not? Yes, Swamiji, of course I have emotions. What all emotions you have? Generally, all this ill emotions only. I'll get short temper. I'll get angry on anyone. These type only. Something or other you have or not. That is important for Vedanta. I have, Swamiji, I have emotional structure in me. That is called Manomaya Kosha. Swamiji, you are right. And the fourth one, my beta, it is called Vijnanamaya Kosha, intellectual sheath. Vijnanamaya, Swamiji, what is Vijnanamaya, Swami? Vijnanamaya is thoughts platform. We keep some ideals in our life, very standard ideals. They are called Vijnanamaya Kosha. You have or not? Yes, Swamiji, I have. These 4 you know, and the 5th one more is there, that is called Anandamaya Kosha, bliss sheath. Swamiji, where is this sheath, Swamiji? Where we sleep in deep sleep. Is it in your personality or somebody's personality? Swamiji, it is in my personality only, Swamiji, because I am the sleeper. That portion, that area is called Anandamaya Kosha. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. These are all the 5 layers of our personality. You are not any one of it. You are Panchakosha Atita. Atita means you are beyond all these 5 layers. Is it so, Swamiji? Yes. Same logic. Because all these 5 are governed by me. I am the Adhikari. These are all 5 Savikas. I am the knower. These are all known to me. Because they are different, I am different. Panchakosha Atita. I think 2-3 points are there regarding this Panchakosha. One point is very important point. That's why I'm telling. One point is in our 4th sheath, Vijnanamaya Kosha is there now. In this Vijnanamaya Kosha only, our Ahankara will stay. Generally, we treat ourselves as this I only. In Gurudev's language, this is called small I. We experience I, we say I, but the I refers to that Ahankara what we keep in our intellectual sheath. This is one clarification we need. This is one point. Another point is these 5 sheaths are nothing but above 3 bodies only. How it comes, Swamiji? This Stula Shariram only Annamaya Kosha. Stula Shariram Annamaya Kosha. And this Sukshma Sharira contains 3 layers. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Intellectual sheath, mental sheath, and this physiological sheath. These 3 together we can call it a subtle body. Sukshma Sharira. And the causal body is nothing but our Anandamaya. That's why we don't know what we are in deep sleep. That is called Avyakta. our individuality, our ahankara is in unmanifested state in deep sleep. That's why it is called avyakta shariram or causal body. 5 sheets we have, you are different from these 5. B. Swamiji, what is C? C is avastatraya sakshi. This Atma is sakshi. Sakshi means witness. Witness for whom, Swamiji? Avastha Traya. 3 states of our experiences. Okay, Swamiji. Swamiji, what do you mean by this witness or sakshi? Gurudev says, the definition for witness is uninterested observer. That we can call as sakshi. Generally in courts in India, we call witness. Witness means he is not any part of the both parties. He is not belong to this party or he doesn't belong to this party also. That's why court believe him because he is impartial. Uninterested observer is called sakshi. Actually, we are that. This uninterested observer for whom, Swamiji? For 3 states of experience already we told. One is called waking state of experience, dream state of experience, and deep sleep state of experience. These 3 only Vedanta will consider. Generally, we may claim, Swamiji, I have thousands of experience every day. She had thousands of experience every day. But how can you categorize 3 means? Because these 3 are the common experience for everyone. Other are different. But this Jagrut experience, it is common for all. Dream, do you know dream? Of course I know dream. I dreamt many times, Swamiji. Some people, they have such a potentiality, they can dream anytime. While listening also they can dream, while eating also they can dream, daydream or something they call something. Manoradha in Sanskrit it is called. Dream. Third one is called deep sleep. Shushupti avastha. These 3 are called avastha traya. This Atma, whatever you are asking, this is the witness for these 3, my beta. Witness means it is an uninterested observer. Okay, Swami. In Jagrati Avastha, we know because what is witness, what is witnessing. In dream also we can know. But the glory is even deep sleep also observed by this Chaitanya Swarupam. That's why after deep sleep we claim, I slept very well. How do you know you slept very well? Because you slept already. Understand little slowly. How do you know you slept very well? Where you slept? Because that Jnana Bhasa is there. Shuddha Chaitanya, even for deep sleep also, it is in the mode of witness. That is you, not all these 3. And one more thing, see the glory of Vedanta. We say what is there to discuss about dream and deep sleep, Swami? They are useless. Because we are not getting any pairs of opposites. There is no sukham, there is no dukkham, there is no labham, there is no nashtam, there is no mana, avamana, nothing is there. So we ignore this to know. We have to accommodate whole life, all experiences. Otherwise, because we are very fresh, for us everything is okay. But scholars, they don't allow whatever we speak. They will ask, Arey beta, you are saying this is Sakshi for Jagrut Avastha, and in your life we have some more state of experience that is called deep sleep. In that state of experience, what about your Atma? Is it sleeping or is it waking? Tell. You answer it. Is it sleeping, your Atma, or is it waking? What is the proof? Then Guru has to answer that. That's why it is Sakshi even for the deep sleep also. This is all negating bodies, negating sheets, negating experiences, whatever the leftover material, whatever the last material you call Atma. Now I am giving the assertion method definition is this Atma is, it has three natures on its own. One is called Sat. Sat means pure existence. I am. I am. Sat. Two is Chit, pure consciousness. That means I am and I know I am. You know? Listen very carefully. I am. Aham asmi. I am. And I know I am. That is called Chit aspect of Atma, consciousness. And the third one is, it is Ananda Swarupa. This Atma is unconditioned bliss. We get to Ananda in mind and intellect also, but they are conditioned blisses. For example, somebody asks, why are you happy? Then there is an answer. Because I got that, that's why I'm happy. Because he came, he is my bestie, that's why I'm happy. I slept, that's why I'm happy. These are all Anandas only. But these Anandas are conditioned happiness, conditioned bliss. But whereas the Atma is, its nature is bliss. See the difference. Its nature is bliss, that is you. Atma is bliss, no. Atma's nature is bliss, that Atma is you. That means you are the, what we call, blissful soul. You are Ananda. Then there is no need to depend on any Anandas because you are Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. My beta, this is the brief definition for your question. Atma Kaha. What is Atma? You asked, I answered. Understood? Then first bench students, they all said, Swamiji, we understood. My teacher, we understood. Can you write it down? Yes, we will write it down. Okay. Then the last bench, understood. Swamiji, no response. Why? We need more clarity, Guru. My teacher, we need more clarity. You have to define again for each point. You said Stula, Sokshma, Karana, Annamaya, Pranamaya, this Maya, that Maya. I confused all Maya, ho gaya. So now you teach very, what we call, very clearly. Very clearly. This is actually Guru's responsibility. So whole class, they should understand. Now, Guru is starting. I said this Atma is other than gross body, subtle body, causal body. Now he is explaining what is gross body. Very beautiful in Tattva Bodha. What is subtle body? What is deep sleep? There is a definition even for deep sleep also in Vedanta. Definition for deep sleep also Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives. Slowly he is educating us. So the first definition for, he is starting from gross body. Guruji used to say, Bhagavan is starting from gross body because we are gross-minded, gross body-oriented sadhakas. That's why I start from you only, he says. Okay, Swamiji, this is in page number 32. Page number 32 of Tattva Bodha. Okay, see, Sthula Shariram Kim. If you can repeat after me, that will be better. If you don't have text also. Sthula Shariram Kim. page number 38 in some of your books. Now message scheme. Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam. Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam Satkarma Janyam Sukha Dukkhadi Bhoga Ayatanam Shariram Asti Jayate Vardhate Viparinamate Apakshiyate Vinashyatiti Shadvikara Tat Sthula Shariram. Hammaya. Swamiji, it's like 10 marks question, Swamiji. It's not very brief answer, very long answer, Swamiji. See how I'll chant. Sthula Shariram Kim Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam Satkarma Janyam Sukha Dukkhadi Bhoga Yatanam Shariram Asti Jayate Vardhate Viparinamate Apakshiyate Vinashyatiti Shadvikara Tatu Sthula Shariram. If you repeat one more time, then you can chant how I am chanting. You know, Stula Shariram Kim Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam Satkarma Janyam Sukha Dukkhadi Bhoga Yatanam Shariram Asti Jayate Vardhate Viparinamate Apakshiyate Vinashyatiti Shadvikara Tatu Sthula Shariram. This is the definition for our gross body. Swamiji, we take very light, Swamiji, about our gross body, but whereas Bhagavan is explaining so much. Yes. First of all, Sthula Shariram, gross body, it has two words. One is called Sthula, gross. Other one is Shariram, body. What do you mean by Sthula? Already I told. Sthula means which can be perceived by sense organs. I can see my body. I can see your bodies also. Whatever there in our personality in this state, that is called Sthula, which can be perceived, which can be observed. Sthula. Then what do you mean by Shariram, Swamiji? You know, actually etymological meaning for Shariram is Shiryamana Vastuhu. Shiryamana means which can disintegrate at the end. Shiryamana Vastu. In our personality, the status of this gross body is that only. When we die, it is made up of, they say it is made up of 5 elements. It will disintegrate itself and it will merge into its own cause element, whatever it is. Shiryamanamu means it will Saidhilyam. Saidhilyam means it will disintegrate. Sthula Shariram. Now Bhagavan is saying, what do you mean by Sthula Shariram is, see the first line, Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam. Krutam means made up of. It is made up of. For example, if I ask you, Amma, how do you prepare chapati? Yeah, I ask question because I don't know what is this thing. Completely, I don't know what you kept on my thali. Amma, what is this? You said chapati. Then I will ask, Sama, Amma, how did you make it? Then you say, this is, I made it, Swamiji, I made it with atta. So atta is the material cause for this chapati. Aina? In the same way, the material cause for this gross body is Pancha Mahabhutaihi. So this gross body is made up of 5 great elements. We know what all the 5 great elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. 5 okay, na? Space, air, fire, water, and earth. These 5 we know. Because we have little knowledge, we accepted immediately. Generally, what we think is these 5 are outside. Because I know space, I know air, I know fire, I know water, I know earth. But Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji is saying this body also a part of these 5 only. That's why they say we are not at all disconnected with the Prakriti. We all together is called universe. What is there in the universe outside, the same thing is there in me also. The same 5 elements. One more thing. These same 5 elements are the cause for your body also, my body also. That's why we are not different. We are not what we call, we are not away from each other at all. Swami Vivekananda once he says, because he is a great Mahatma, if we pluck one blade of grass, even that activity also Ishvara will observe. This is all interconnective cycle or interconnective structure. Same 5 elements in you, in me, in sun, in Indra, in the president of America or someone, very labor, dog, tree, elephant, cow, all gross bodies are nothing but this combination of these 5 elements only. See? And one more thing, little word here. Panchikruta means there is a process. He will tell later what is called Panchikruta means there is a permutation and combination system of these 5 elements. After that process, these 5 elements gone through that process name is called Panchikruta. That is called grossification in English. That grossification of 5 elements is called Panchikruta. After that grossification, this body structure will come. See how subtle thought it is. Generally, we say where are the 5 elements, then we will look at this. No, here also same. Panchikruta Panchamahabhutaihi Krutam 1 is gross body. And second one, Satkarma Janyam. You may ask one question. Swamiji, you are explaining what is gross body. But my question is, how did I get it? Why I born? First of all, you tell this question. Because Satkarma Janyam. You got this body because you have done so many meritorious actions in your previous lifetimes. Satkarma, he said, not Dushkarma. You got a gross body because of your merits, not papa, not sins. That's why in Viveka Chudamani he says, Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, Mahapurusha Samsrayam, Durlabham etat trayam. If you get these three, that is extremely wonder. One is called Manushyatvam, human structure. Second one is called Mumukshatvam. Mumukshatvam means eager to know this knowledge or liberation. Mumukshatvam. And third one is called Mahapurusha Samsraya. Because we are very little kids in this path of spirituality, we take it for granted. For example, Pujya Gurudev, we don't know how we and he connected. Mahat Punya Phalam, Mahapurusha Samsrayam. They are Brahma Swarupa, Tejomayananji, Guruji, Ithyadi, Mahatma. These three are Durlabham. That's why Bhagavan is glorifying this gross body, Satkarma Janyam. This is not Papa Kupa. This is the result of your own meritorious action, Satkarma Janyam. Then Swamiji, this is Sukha, Dukkha, Adi, Bhoga, Ayatanam. Ayatana means it is a counter. This gross body is a counter. Counter for whom, Swamiji? Sukha, Dukkha, Adi, Bhogas. All our enjoyments, whether it is Sukham, Dukkham, happy, unhappy, tasty, not tasty, nice class, boring class, whatever it may be. But you can receive through this body only. This is the window. Ayatana means it's a counter. Through this counter only, all experiences will face us. They attack us. So this is our own counter. If you go to a bank, for example, if you want to put some fixed deposit, then you ask, where is this fixed deposit counter? Then they say, go to that counter. In the same way, in our life, if you want to experience anything, this counter has to be there. And you know, this counter we close 2 times. One is in our deep sleep, we close this counter. We shut it down. Then there will be no experiences. Because counter itself, you shut it down. There is no Sukham, there is no Dukkham, Labham, dance, music, nothing. All Indriyas will close. You sleep and somebody can play music, somebody can cry, somebody can eat, nothing bothers you because this counter is closed. Another time is, another permanent is that is called death. That time also we close. That's why we don't know anything what happened in the previous life or what happens to the man who died. This is counter. And you must underline this line because here he used Sukha, Dukkha, Adi, Bhoga, Ayatanam, Stula Shariram. In the next definition for Sukshma Shariram, little he changes. Sukha, Dukkha, Adi, Bhoga, Sadhanam, he says. That is the instrument to get Sukha, Dukkha, Adi. Which one? Subtle body. Whereas this gross body is just counter on. Ayatana means it is the counter to experience our pairs of opposites. Sukha Dukkadi Bhoga Ayatana. Swami, then Shariram. This Thulam is a Shariram. Already I told what is Shariram means. It is Siryamanatvam. Its nature itself is it will disintegrate after some time. How much you want to preserve any body, it is something useless activity you are doing. Let it disintegrate by its own. We may cry, my grandfather died. He also cried, his grandfather died. If everybody stays, what will be the condition of our earth? We cannot hold everyone. In the same way, we also have to leave at some time. This is good. Bhagavan kept this body in this fashion. That is one kind of helpful. If nobody dies, then it will be a chaos. There is no space for anything. Shiryamanam is very important. We have to accept it, but we have so much love. We cannot digest that. Someday I have to leave this body, Swamiji. Someday I have to leave this body. Leaving is good. Somebody asked Pujya Gurudev, Swamiji, oh, how do you feel about this death? He said it is like, shifting from one rented home to another rented home. This is my rented home. It become dilapidated and very sicky and always complain. Then drop it and jump it into next house. Fresh house is there. You enjoy it. Why do you cry for this old house? Shariram. And Swamiji, this gross body has 6 modifications. See how beautifully Bhagavan is defined. We don't think all this. It has 6 modifications. Shadvikaram. Swamiji, what are the 6 modifications? In Sanskrit, he said the first one is called asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. 6. I'll translate it. The meaning for asti is, it is the first state of body is, actually we say the first state of physical body is our birth. But Bhagavan is saying birth is the second state of our physical body. Jayate means it born. Before birth, it has one state that is called asti. If the woman goes to hospital, then the doctor says asti. Then we feel happy. Asti means high. This is the first state of our physical body. Then jayate. Jayate means it came out of it. Actually, birth definition is it came out of it. Jayate. Aina? From asti to jayate will come. That is second state of our physical body. Jayate. Then Swamiji, we cannot be little Shishu all the time. Then vardhate. Vardhate means it grows. The body slowly starts growing. Shishuhu, balakaha, boy. Teenager, young man, adult. This is all called vardhate. This is a state of body only. Growth. Vardhate. Then somebody may ask, Swamiji, growing, it grows like that, or is there any stop anywhere? Yes, it is there. That is called viparinamate. Viparinamate means it reaches its mature state. For example, 6 feet, Swamiji, something, that is called viparinamate. More than that, it cannot grow. It doesn't grow. Viparinamate. It is very nice, Swamiji. Always I am young and healthy. Always I am 6 foot height. No. Apakshiyate. Its 5th state is slowly it starts decaying. Apakshana means decaying. We become old. We should accept it. That's why Guruji says graceful aging. Apakshiyate. And the final one is vinashyati. Vinashyati means it dies. These 6 are called 6 modifications of our own gross body. See how scientifically Bhagavan is defined. Each point is very beautiful, very informative, and very knowledge-centered teaching. Panchamaha bhutaihi krutam. Oneness will come. Satkarma janyam. Greatness, glory will come our gross body. Sukhadukkadi bhoga ayatanam. Its working nature. Shariram. It has to go through that state also. Shariram. And it has these 6 forms. 6 modifications. That's why they say our life is a curve like this, not straight line. We are not in straight line figure. We are in curved life. We start, we grow, we mature, we decay, and we end. That is gross body, Swamiji. Then subtle body, next class. Thank you and Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.